Hello everyone! Welcome to Gems of War Guild Wars, week 97, day 3. So of course today we got ourselves some red Guild War day. Also just noticed the green screen kind of looks slightly off. I guess because of the lighting, but sometimes the lighting's different in the morning compared to night. Well, obviously. In the morning there's sun. At night there is no sun. I wonder if that makes a difference. It actually does because it's like a window right next to my thing, which kind of messes around with it. 1 second. How would I even edit that right now? 1 second. I didn't even realize it was that far off. Let's see. Play that one. Good enough. Should be fine. Somewhere's around there. Somewhere's around there. Anyways, a little better. Anyways. So, today, of course, Red Guild War Day, we're also going to be hunting for mimics. We finally found a mimic after going, gosh, like 4.5 hours without a mimic. We finally got ourselves a mimic. We do have Mechanist hero class today. We're probably skipping on that. However, pretty good hero class is 20% extra stats this week. Very situational hero class, but generally if you're using like Tina 9000 or any kind of mech team you will be bringing out. Most noteworthy thing about it is 50% mana start to all mechs is its main gimmick, which is under here. Also doesn't mean the freeze is attached to it, which is always convenient. And it has a few okay things, like starting with Barrier, having Banish. It's one of the better Banish related hero classes, and stuff like that. So, has a few things going for it, but it's mostly used for those instances where you need a 50% mana start for mechs. And it has 20% extra stats this week, so hey, at least it's useful this week if nothing else. We already used it to win one Guild War Day. Then we lost the other Guild War Day. Though that was not because we used the thing. It was because we didn't use the thing. Oh no, we could try using Tina 9000 today. I believe my current red Guild War is a variant of Yagway Queen Titania. We were messing around with it last night. However, we could switch this even further and go to Tina 9000. There's nothing stopping us from going a very weird Tina 9000 team and then instantly losing because I went a very weird Tina 9000 team. But I think we could do it. There's like, if there's any week we're going to do it, it's this week, so let's just do it. Let's see, might as well. For the Mechanist class. Alright, is there any weapon we can use? We're on a red restriction, so it has to be a red weapon that is not horrible with mechs. I don't think either of them were red. No, Adana, mech. No, neither of these are going to do what I need it to do necessarily. We do have to use hero, because that's how we're getting half mana start as well. So that is kind of required for this team. Unfortunately, though, not too many good options. Especially not a red-green. Could you get like 2 colors, which one doesn't block properly? We could do this one. Red-purple. Staff of Storms. Random Strix. Could maybe get a good one. The only problem with that is we do have minus purple on the banner, which is not ideal. It's definitely not ideal. But brown, red, or red, brown, red, green, they both have the same problem though. At least red, purple covers more color. And we can't use that because it's really bad. And then we would just need a Empower. An Empower that is not useless. Of which we do not have that many options. I can try to brown though, which converts away green. That's the only problem though, it converts away something I need. But I think we just have to go and roll with it. I'm fine with that. I'm almost tempted to put one of these in front of the other one, but it's fine if it's all the way over there. Anything else we want to tweak? I think we just deal with the minus purple. Though alternatively, let's just check. We are currently using every color except for blue. So let's just double check what the minus blue banner is to see if we can actually get something. Oddly enough, we can. We can go for double green red, which is actually really tempting. We're sacrificing 1 red for not having the minus on purple. Though honestly, I am perfectly fine just minusing the purple. Pretty sure we're fine just minusing the purple. Because if it's going to be getting red anyways, it's a color neutral choice. And if it dies, it's actually better value overall. So you know what? We're actually going to minus purple even though we're using it. And I think we're good to go. The only slight issue I could see here is we're denying out the green, though we're only casting that once we actually get to that point. So we should be fine. One other weird thing we can actually do, I'm going to actually use Gimlet in first slot. The reason for this is if he dies, we could still resummon a Strix there. It's a little bit less of a liability. Anyways, let me go change our class accordingly. Which means we're not changing anything. It's kind of already where it needs to be. So we're good to go. Anyways, let's go do this. I don't need to test the team. It'll work to some kind of functionality. Okay, we'll test it once. 2 PvP. And then 2 Guild Wars. We'll test against this. Yeah, Guild War Red. Good to go. Anyways, hello everyone. Hope all you've been doing well. Hello, NASA. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Roman. Hello, Gimli. Hello, Bill. Hello, Mister. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Draco. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, Peter. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Gerudo. Hello, Gustavo. Hello, Jonian. Hello, Tyrian. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Eduardo. Hello, everyone who hasn't said hello to. Hello, everyone watching after the fact. And hello, everyone else. Anyways, so, do we have alignment? No. Do we still cast? Kind of. No. Now we cast. Okay, now we don't cast. Yeah, now we cast. We're on minus purple, right? So I can't just purple surge. I could red surge. If I explode and he explodes, and then I convert. Wait, we have alignment here. Hold up. Hold all the hold-ups. T9000, can you kill something? Go. The answer is yes. You kill 2 things. That is more than 1 thing. That is twice as many as 1 thing. So it did what it needed to do. 2 times over. So we'll go explode. And we're in a pretty good position now. Not like auto win, but I don't see how we lose. Actually, I do see how we can lose. Let's not lose. How does exploding yellow on this board do 0 damage to him? You're trying to tell me there is not a... Oh, no, there's 1 damage. Never mind. I was going to say, there's no way. With all those yellows, there's absolutely no way to just poke him slightly. There we go. Oh, 1 down. Many to go. I said hello to Tyrian. I did not forget this time. Why is this guild using flat? Oh wait, never mind. I was like, never mind, that was the practice battle. I was gonna say, why is this guild using multiple flasks? Wrong thing. That was just to test it. So that 1 test was correct. Though me looking at that battle and saying that was incorrect. Also, we went down in this bracket. Looks like we're in the middle of this bracket now. Oh no, I made us go straight down by getting a 3-2. Oh, hopefully we'll do fine today. All we need to do is just use T9000, we'll be fine. Okay, double check that is indeed red day. It is indeed red day. That is indeed a pure red team. Let's just do it. And hope that double empower does not obliterate us. That is the game plan. That is the entire game plan. That is the only amount and the entirety of it. Now let's see what happens. Oh, we're on 20% into 8 magic. I actually don't need 20% in this context. We can go 12 magic. I'm gonna go all in magic. We're gonna go super risky. Also because we want as much damage output as we possibly can to hope that T9000 randomly gets a kill. Because if it double taps this same unit, that's 8 additional damage to 1 unit, 4 per shot. And that could be enough to close the distance. Especially with how many stats it has this week, gosh. Its lower value is almost enough to one-shot things. Which is pretty convenient. Anyways, let's get into it. You have 3 Ironhawks now? Nice, congrats. That's nice, Peter. Yeah, highly advised. If anyone hasn't gotten them yet, you still have some keys laying around. Highly advised trying for it. Did we just lose already? The battle just started. How do we lose? He has yellow to blue. And he has red to blue. Alright, we don't have... Oh, we do have alignment. Oh, wait. You don't use brown. Yeah, we won. Or at least have a good chance. No, that's not enough mana, though. Wait. Can I cascade this? Yes, I can. Oh, that's huge. We're not frozen. Oh, no, we're frozen on yellow. No, that's such a good move. No, I could take the yellow down into a brown into a yellow extra turn, but we're frozen on yellow, so it's not a yellow extra turn. I think I still go for it, right? Because I still need to deny his alignment. Even though this is still an extra turn if we double brown off a sky. We did not do such a thing. Unfortunate. Alright, he's about to do what? Yellow to blue? That's not too scary. He does have alignment. 2 times over. But what if he doesn't cast? I don't know. What's our best bet here? I guess take it as blue and hope for yellow off a sky, but once again, we're still frozen. He's gonna get a lot of mana from it, though. Alright. At least he did an extra turn there. Still have a chance. Like an extra turn purple. So we can do that. So take that. Take all this blue over here. Can I take it in any way where I get brown? Yes, I can. I can skull him, though it doesn't seem worth it. If anything, we want him to get skull distracted. Okay, I think we go for Tina here and hope for the most amount of luck we could possibly get. That's pretty solid. Technically, that could have died as well, but we'll take a Zugov kill there. Perfectly happy with just a Zugov kill there. Well, technically double kill, but you know, one of them was Zugov. One of the many things it did was the Zugov kill. Oh, he has infinite resummon. Oh gosh, this could be one of those kind of battles. Like, we're probably not going to lose to it, but gosh, is it going to be annoying. Like, we're very unlikely to lose here at this point. But the amount of annoying that's going to do is very high. Like, very, very high. Let's see. I wish we had alignment. I'm about to just take reds. What does he have? Yellow to blue? That does basically nothing. Tried for brown off the sky. Did not get it. I think we just go for, like, green surge or something. I can explode. Exploding's actually fine here. So I want the other Tina before we cast, just to make sure we kill everything. Alright, now we just double cast, we won. We can't possibly summon more here. Oh, hello, Chris. Welcome. Is it autocorrect on some devices? I notice some people do end up saying it with an F sometimes. I'm not sure why, because Tacit is actually a word. It's not just like a name. It's also like an actual word that has a meaning. That's in the English language. It's a little bit weird that some things would autocorrect as something else. Do I need to change anything? He has silence. He has death mark. I always think he has freeze. Daughter of Ice is actually not freeze. I'm not sure why, but I always feel like her ability applies one freeze on cast. It actually just does blue storm. I always think her ability freezes even though it doesn't. I think we're fine here. We just need to get some lucky Essence of Evil, which is pretty much every single one of these battles in a nutshell. Oh, not Essence of Evil, I mean T9000. Gotta make sure he gets unlucky Essence of Evil. Do we have alignment? No. Do we care that we don't have alignment? Let's see. He has red to blue. Red to blue is scary. He has yellow to blue. Yellow to blue is even scarier. Alright, game plan. Cast this and see what happens. Because the alternative is pretty much him getting full mana anyways. Alright, we're in a very weird spot now. Is it even possible for us to be frozen on blue? I don't think it is. So we'll take all those blues. That's nice. T9000, you are not webbed. Which is really good. Kill something. Good. You killed some of the important things. You did not kill all the important things, though. But at least some of them are down. Okay, I believe I deliberately give it a skull here. Oh, I did not mean to give it the extra turn skull, though. Just trying to give it the other one. Whoops. Is this worth it? Yes. It keeps us alive. Gives us our mana. Hope he doesn't end up hitting it. Of course he would get red from the cascade there. No! He killed one of my Tinas! No! I need that. We can still win this, though. This is very winnable. I just need Hero to get mana. If Hero gets full mana, we won. It's pretty much all we have to do. The problem is actually doing that. There we go. Problem solved. So we're in a... No, don't you dare silence it. Okay, we're in a bit of a weird situation. And that's also a horrible summon to get here. That is not even remotely close to what I want to see right now. What a weird battle. We're ultimately going to win this. Especially with that summon. But, what a weird turn of events to get to this point. Like, this battle is definitely won, which is a very weird win. Oh, there we go. We lost no units. Still counts for a lot of point loss. But we didn't lose. I'll take it. It's the last day we get to run with Tina 9000. Actually, is that the case? We still have Green Day coming up, don't we? Yeah, we can still run Green Day. The very last day, we can still run a Tina team if we want. Run like a Leprechaun double Tina something team. That'd be fun. We're definitely going to have to do that. We have to. It has 20% stats, and the troop that you use to synergize with it has 20% stats, meaning 3 out of 4 things would have 20% stats. We gotta do it. Do I need to change anything else there? I don't think so. We're good to go. Skynet is learning. Also, could we get a good starting board for once? That'd be great. Have we even had a single one in any of these battles where we actually have a convert? Because that board definitely isn't. Though we have full mana on everything, so pretty good start. So I'm just going to cast Tina 9000, follow it by casting Tina 9000. And there's a chance we win if he doesn't Essence of Evil it. He did not. We won. Or maybe not 1-1, but we're going to be in a very good position. Are we frozen on? We are. Are frozen on green, too. There's so much mana to give him. I feel like we should stop it. I'd have to stop it in a weird way, though. Oh, no! That keeps the other one intact because it took it down from the whole row. Oh, no. Whoops. I was trying to make the other one go into the other one, but I accidentally did, like, a straight line. Good. Alright, we're fine. All is fine. I just need to take a brown. Follow it up by taking another brown, which he might have actually just made easier. Not quite. Oh no, Lycanthropy! How could you? I needed that. As much as I need the rest of my team, but I still needed it. Also, hello, Jonathan! Welcome. Guild Wars is weird sometimes. Anyways, what are we up against now? Oh gosh, a doomed book with only 1 upgrade. The drought on those upgrade materials is real. I don't think I've ever seen one with just +1. That's really funny. Normally it's like 0 or 10. You normally don't see one with just 1. Like, you might sometimes see it with like 6, 7, 8 or so. It's like, okay, they're trying to get it upgraded. And obviously you'll see it with 0 because some people just, you know, don't have the material to upgrade it. And then you'll see ones with 10s because people have a lot of resources or have been playing since Dooms came out. I don't think I've ever seen exactly +1. It's pretty funny. So he's running Web Spinner Beatrix, meaning it's 2 different things that can auto-win against us. However, I think we're fine. As long as he doesn't cast Book a single time, we basically just win. The biggest issue is he's going to do a brown to red. Which means I need to take red here. That also means I can't use my Empower here. Do I give him a skull? Because I can give him a skull. I don't think I want to give him a skull, though. We do have immune to poison. Oh, but he's still going to hit us off a web. I'm still going to give him a skull. So doing a convert here actually does not give him an extra turn. Actually, it kind of does. Let's see. I think we just go Tina 9000. He does not have brown to red. He actually gets absolutely nothing from brown to red. And now he really doesn't because he's dead. Now he really can't get any value from it. Is it worth casting here? I feel like the answer is yes. Though we could just take that manually anyways, though we do get a little bit extra mana. That skull kills us regardless, though. Well, we get slightly more mana that way. Which allows us to cast twice, and then we win. We are frozen here. I'm going to have to give him all that brown. Luckily, for whatever reason, he doesn't actually use brown. Or did we kill the thing that did? Did his last slot originally use brown? Because that's kind of a weird team if it originally didn't. I assume it did. Let me double check. We can cheat by looking back into stream and seeing, was he using a brown? No, he wasn't. That's weird. He was using a brown mana accumulator with a no brown on the team. Like, sometimes you do that, though that's still kind of weird. Like, you don't do it that often. Okay, so he has blue to red and brown to red. I just realized this is the first person all of today that's running an anti-Zugov team. That one blue Zugov team that I sometimes run. This team is anti that. However, joke's on you. We're anti that. Especially with a starting board that good. Actually, do I even want to take that? I can just take green and save it for later. How badly I want to convert here. Is it worth it? He's going to do brown to red and just destroy us if I convert. But then again, it's going to move the board in a way that actually won't be that bad. Because... oh, yeah, because there's no brown to red. He gets a lot of mana from it, but there's no extra turn. Unless he cascades something somewhere. What's the other one? Brown to red and blue to red. Blue to red is also a lot of mana, but he can't win off it. So we do that. Get a kill. He does the thing. Oh, apparently there was an extra turn there that I did not see. Oh, well. Whoops. Not the first nor the last 1000th time I'll do that. Okay, we won. Okay, so that mistake doesn't actually matter. I'm pretty sure I'd make that mistake like 3 times per Guild War. I kind of want to take a skull here just to keep our first slot alive if we can help it. Hopefully that didn't backfire and give him the turns he needs to go get book rolling. I don't think it will. Because unless we roll really unluckily, it should be enough to kill. Wait, did that one just one-shot it? Gosh, his damage is high this week. Alright, there we go. That is the win. That was the last Guild War, right? Let's see, what did we score? If I had to guess, it's like 9,200 something. 9,119. A little lower than that. Had a few shaky battles there, but that's a still flawless 5-0. I'll take it. Scoring's a little bit lower, but got a pretty solid score overall. Main thing that matters is we don't end up getting a single loss there. Unfortunately, did double lose yesterday. So no pure 5-0 week. But at least we got 2 5-0s out of 3. Not too bad. Anyways, so that's Guild War for today. Next, let's go, let's clear through the 80s real quick. And then after that, we'll go and mess with trying to hunt this Mimic. Oh yeah, I got this earlier today. Actually, do I have all the copies of it yet? Because I'm actually not camping it for anything else. So once I have enough for it, I should probably go upgrade it. Oh, I do. I just actually got enough today. Oh, good thing I checked. As of today, I actually got enough because we got 3 copies from it. And with those 3 copies, I can now go upgrade Way Home. And now we will no longer get an annoying pet in the middle. Well, it's not really annoying. It's better than getting the event key, gosh. But there we go. And now if we go check White Home, we should have the objective complete for now having 3 White Home pets to level 20. Because now we have the Cub that we just upgraded. We have the Peace Pigeon, which is Divines if I'm not mistaken. And then we have, what's his name? The Tiny Dancer, which is from the Hall of Guardians. Oh, there we go. And of course we have the cosmetic ones. The cookie from the 2020 anniversary. The Independence Day for last year, actually. The Liberty Bell. And then the Valentine's Day pet for 2019, 20? It doesn't actually say what year. But one of them. Anyways, out of the way. Let's go claim our little bit of gems, clear out the other thing. And then we'll go hunt those mimics down. We finally got one after 4.5 hours of grind the other day. Obviously, not all in one day. I think you could easily do that much in one day. I just normally haven't been as much. Still on the grind, just not that much in one given day. It's a little too long for one little mimic chest. Hey, that reminds me, I should probably go bring the mimic count up now. Where's the mimic count? Oh, never mind. The mimic counter's already up. Wait, what? What happened to my mimic counter? Oh. Found it. That's weird. Because I had the folder invisible, it's weird because it shows that the, it showed that the layer was visible, but I had the folder invisible. And the folder has precedent over the field of the asset itself when it's put in the folder. So even though the asset was visible, the folder of it wasn't, which makes it so it's invisible. Which is a weird but makes sense interaction. Threw me off for a second there, though. Yeah, we'll clear this out, and then we'll start the Mimic hunt. Actually, I should probably go get a timer for how badly we're going to do on the Mimic. Let's see, let's get the timer up. Hey, should I go make a poll for, actually, I don't know, I think I should make a poll on the Mythic. So if I do a poll on the Mythic today, we'll also be doing a poll on the Mythic tomorrow, possibly. I'm trying to think, what would I mention on the Mythic? Maybe what do you think of the new Mythic? Or maybe are you going to be getting the new Mythic? Because it's kind of like saying it without saying it. Because it would make more sense to ask tomorrow what you think of the new Mythic. That or poll how many people have actually gotten it. Anyways, let's go start up the timer. Actually, let's go start up a poll. Also, hello, Watcher. Welcome. Speaking of which, let me go over the new Mythic real quick. So, if we go over to Terran's World. Terran's World. And we click over to troops, we can end up seeing the new Mythic that is coming out tomorrow. So this is coming out in 8-ish hours from now, you know, standard 3 AM Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be covering a video on it tomorrow morning. As far as what it does, Taurus is its name. It's a Wild Plains beast, Taurus beast. Obviously mythic. It is a green, red, yellow, which shares quite a few color overlap with other similar things. It deals 0.75 damage to all enemies. I assume that means 75% of its magic value. Otherwise, it's very confusing. But I assume 0.75 means, if let's say it has 50 magic, well, that's a bad example. Let's say it has 40 magic, it would do 30 damage to all enemies. And then it's boosted by my attack, life, and armor at a 1-to-10 ratio. And then knock the first enemy to the back. This troop based on that is really bad. The boost ratio is not high enough, is the biggest issue. If it did, like, it should be 1-to-1 on magic. And a 0 or 1-to-6 ratio for its stats. That would put it in line with Guard's Avatar and similar things. However, that is not what it does. Though it does have an extra knockback on it. It does have a stun, has a little bit of score reduction, and by a little bit, I mean a very little bit, only 20%. And its unique trait is give 4 attack to all red allies when matching red gems. It's basically useless. It's basically AoE Ketris, but worse. But yeah, you can kind of look at it like AoE Ketris. But Ketris' boost ratio is way better, isn't it? It's like a 1-to-2. Like, Ketris has an insanely good boost ratio compared to that thing. And they're from the same kingdom, too. Ketris has a, yeah, it has a 1-to-2 or 2-to-1. So for every 2 attack, life, or armor that it has, it does 1 additional damage, which is theoretically 2 additional damage. Because you have to think of it like if you compare it to Ketris, yeah, Ketris is way better. Because if you compare the damage ratio, he's getting, for every 10 stats, so let's say just 10 stats, so 10. He's getting 5 additional damage, but from that 5 additional damage, he's hitting 1 for full damage and 2 adjacents, most likely, for half. Which means he's basically getting 10 additional damage for 10 stats. If you compare that to the other troop, so let's say we're getting 10 stats. He's getting 1 additional damage to all enemies, which means at maximum he's getting 4 additional damage. So 10 stats on Ketris is 10 damage in most situations. 10 stats on this thing is 4 damage in most situations. Which means it's getting half as much value from stats as Ketris. Meaning even if they gave it a 1-to-6 ratio, it would still be bad. Because even then, it would still be getting less damage than Ketris from overall damage potential. Though it would be spreading it a bit more evenly. The one nice thing about Ketris is you can also bypass Submerge with it. Because it hits in a way where you don't have to deal with it. Whereas this thing would have to deal with Submerge. It's basically just weaker Ketris. Like, way weaker Ketris. Like, why would you use this thing, Ketris? Like, it's pretty bad. Like, its boost ratio could have make or break it, and it definitely broke it. No, not in a broken way, as in, like, it's really bad way. Like, it is really, really bad. It's just a weaker Ketris in almost every possible way. Which is weird, because it's from the exact same kingdom as well. And it was already a troop that existed prior. Like, it would almost make sense to power creep the other direction. Like, you know, Ketris didn't exist yet. and that bull did, and then they added Ketris, and it's like, oh yeah, they're just power creeping some. But they're literally doing it in the inverse way. It's basically a mythic from the exact same kingdom, but instead of power creeping, it's just weaker. It's just weaker Ketris. That's all it is. It's basically just weaker Ketris in every possible way that you would never use under pretty much any context. The only nice benefit it has is it does get to knock the first enemy to the back, though that is such a situational thing to actually be useful. But that's like the only unique thing it has going for it. So since it's April Fool's tomorrow, I should probably say it's the best mythic ever in NES. That would be funny though. But anyways, let's go start hunting. See if we can get a mimic this stream. Or spend 10 hours trying. No, there's no way we're gonna do that. Anyways, let's go get our team, start up the timer, and see how long it takes us to not get a mythic. Would you craft it for the next mythic? Well, you can't craft it until way, way down the line. Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about the mythic. Would you craft a second Ironhawk? Or a mythic for kingdom stats? I would say a second Ironhawk. Like, if you don't get the event key drop table Ironhawk this week for your second one, I would just save your diamonds until you can craft one. Though you can still try for it. You still have 3 more days. It's a vault weekend this weekend. So anyone who hasn't gotten a the Ironhawks yet, you still have plenty of opportunities to do so between now and then. There is plenty of time remaining. Because this weekend is a vault weekend. So you'll be able to get a lot of keys during then. And gems and other resources. Of which the gems and event keys can be used to try to get the Ironhawk for the next 3 days. Or, you know, for all of this week, but 3 more days remaining. Okay, we'll hand out a code when we find either an Anu, a Nisha, or the 2x chest. Make it a bit wider this time. We've been getting a little unlucky on specific fields. Though we did so good on Nishas last week, but so bad on Mimics. Anu's pretty much been average. These are like the main 3 things we're looking for. Oh, technically the main 3 things we're looking for is Anu, Nisha, and Horde Mimic. However, we have currently found 0 total Horde Mimics, and that may continue. But yeah, we are officially 40 chests in. 36 of them were 2x, 4 of them were 5x, which means we're actually exactly at even odds. Because it's likely a 10%, 10%, 10% chance. Meaning we're about as even odds as you could possibly get. Like, it's literally impossible to be more even to odd than what we currently are. Like, we're at perfect average luck on Mimics. Hopefully we don't go the entire way perfect average. Because that means we still have to find another 60 Mimics before we find this Horde Mimic. Because I'm pretty sure it's a triple 10%. A 10% chance you find a Horde Mimic, a 10% chance that Horde Mimic's a 5x, and a 10% chance that 5x is a Mythic. Which means in theory with average odds you would hit 100. Of which we aren't even halfway there, if that's the case. Hey, well that was quick. Well then. Is today the day? Is that our quickest one yet? That's tied at our quickest. Because we have gotten it within one Explorer run before. Actually, the very first Mimic we ever got was in one Explorer run, which was pretty funny. Well, redeem code time. That was a super quick Mimic. How did we go 4.5 hours for our previous Mimic and then we just instantly get one in 3 minutes? Ah, it's just a 2x though. At least we got an Urania in there. Not too bad. Could have been worse. For that quick of a chest, it's definitely solid. Anyways, let me update our number. Make that 41. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's actually so much easier to change the number in this format. I keep forgetting. There we go, I already changed the number. My other program wasn't like that. This one's way better for that. Anyways, let's keep going. Before I do though, let's go hand it a code. I did say when we found one of those 3 things, and oddly enough, the Mimic was the first one. Was not expecting that. Definitely not the one I was expecting to be first. But I can't remember how many times we've done that. I think that's our 3rd time. Where, when we start Mimic farming, we found it on the very first chest. Pretty sure that's the 3rd time that has happened to us. Too bad it doesn't happen every time. Imagine the first chest you open every day was guaranteed to be a Mimic. That would actually be a really cool daily. That needs to be a feature now. The first Mimic, or the first chest you take every day on Explorer needs to be a Mimic. That just needs to be a feature now. That'd be a fun feature. That'd be a daily pretty much everyone would do. Now that's a daily worth doing. Did I hear about Kafka? No, what happened to Kafka? Did she leave? Did she get sick? Did something else happen? Yeah, what happened to Kafka? Oh, never mind. I misread what you said. Did you hear from Kafka? Since what point? Because I got more codes the other day. Like the other week. So, yes. I completely misread what your comment was, but yeah. Yeah, she contacted me about a week ago. After I contacted her like 5 times. We went like 4 days with no codes. Until she finally got back to us. And now we have codes. Yeah, her schedule's kind of sporadic. To when on Earth she gets to them. We've gone weeks before without hearing back from her. Which is why I normally ask like at least 2 weeks in advance, just in case. Because realistically, by the time she actually gets back, it's probably around the time we run out of codes. Yeah, Spirit Whisper from the key, nice. Yeah, theoretically, 1 person in every 4 codes we hand out would in theory get a mythic. Which means we technically hand out a mythic twice per week on our streams. We don't know who got it, but someone did. Because a lot of people don't open their keys immediately. But in theory, we hand out 2 mythics every week on the channel, technically through redeem codes. We have no clue who got them. But Gem Key has a 0.1% chance of giving a mythic. Each one has, I believe, 300-ish claims or so, give or take a few. Not sure what the number is these days, but somewhere around there. Which means within 4 codes, it would likely be, well, technically slightly less than 4, a little over 3. But that means within 7-ish codes, because we hand out about 1 per stream. Well, 1 per stream, which is, generally 7 per week. Or somewhere around there. That would end up being 2 people getting a mythic then. Which is a lot of people don't open their keys immediately. I know I'm in that camp. I will be tomorrow, though, because we got a new mythic. Which is kind of interesting, because they've never actually, like, ever had a mythic or anything that good in a code before. Like, directly. However, if you just have enough codes, you're technically handing out mythics. Just at a way slower rate than if the code actually had a mythic in it. Because of course it takes like 3 to 4 codes to create 1 mythic. Whereas if they had a mythic in a code, that would be 300 or so people just getting the mythic. Which is way more than 1. probably why they don't do it that way. But yeah, they handed out a lot of weird, quirky, like, special codes in the past that had, like, weird loot in them. However, a mythic in them has never been one of them. I think the biggest thing we've ever gotten was, like, what, an epic vault key? Back when they were super rare. That and some, like, seasonal stuff were sometimes in the codes. Like some of the seasonal pets and stuff like that. Like the cosmetic ones. I haven't been able to get a special code in, like, over a year, though. These days, I'm just lucky if we can even get normal codes. But, yeah, we haven't gotten special ones in quite some time. It's not too big a deal, because if you just hand out, like, a few normal codes, it's basically like a special code. Like, 2 or 3 normal codes is basically a special code at that point. At least relevant, or, like, loot-wise, overall loot-wise, of what they normally have in them. Yeah, as NASA mentions, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. I never did do a poll. I meant to do that before we started grinding, and then kind of forgot. I'm not sure what to poll, though. I always like having a poll, though. Yeah, we do have a vault weekend this weekend. Oh yeah, that's something we could poll. How many Iron Hawks do you have? Let's go poll that. How do I... There it is. How many... Because that's relevant for this weekend. How many Iron Hawks do you have? I did not capitalize the I. Iron Hawks... Iron Hawk Mythics... Or I was just gonna say Iron Hawks. Do you have... Yes or no? How many Iron Hawks do you have? Yes or no? No. 0, 1, 2, and anything above 3 doesn't matter. Well, you know, 3 matters, but anything above 3 doesn't. So I'm just gonna say 3+, which means 3 or more than 3. Though you never need more than 3. There's not a single realistic team that can run more than 3 Iron Hawks. But there we go. How many Iron Hawks do you have? I'm actually curious what that comes down to. 1 does not give too much value. 2 is where you start going absurd with value. 3 is situational, but still used. And if you have like 4 or more, you have no need to have that many. It's either bad RNG or really good RNG. I'm not sure which. Are we having a Hawk Gate situation? Oh no, what is there? Is there even anything that can end up having that? It's in the drop table. Oh, what is the worst event in Gems of War? I'm not even sure what would win that. It's either going to be Arena, Class Event, or... I don't think Class Event would lose, though. Like, it would get low, but it wouldn't lose. Or, you know, win or lose. Not sure which way you would say it. But, you know, it wouldn't be the best, worst one. I think it would either be Arena Event or... some people really hate Guild Wars. There's no way we could possibly pull that many, though. Because YouTube poll only fits 4 things. And there's way more than 4 events in Gems of War. But I'm pretty sure it would be either Arena or Guild Wars. As to which people would consider worse. But that'd be very biased to do it during a Guild War week. Because the vote on do you hate Guild Wars would definitely be higher on a Guild War week than not on a Guild War week. Same as why we can't run the poll during an Arena weekend. Because that will be very biased to Arena being higher. It would have to be in a time when there's no Arena or Guild War event going on. Yeah, I would say Arena is my least favorite, personally. Like, at least Guild War is kind of special. Even though the loot for it is outdated and almost everything about it is kind of outdated and the meta has been, like, the same for, like, 2-3 years. Like, it has a lot of issues. But it doesn't have as many issues as Arena. Like, Arena's fun, but the payout is so bad. And it has like one of the worst events. It's literally the worst weekend event there is, which is probably what makes it even worse. Because if it didn't even have a weekend event, I don't feel like people would hate it as much. It would just kind of be a thing that exists. Kind of like dungeons. Like, no one say they hate dungeons. Like, it's not even a mode you really think of, like your 3 daily dungeons or something like that. Like, I feel like I think about the daily adventure board more than I think of the dungeons, because dungeons are always the same. Whereas adventure board's like, ooh, could we get something special today? But it's kind of like one of those modes if it didn't have a weekend event. But the problem is it has a weekend event that could be something, anything else. Like, literally anything else. Because an arena event doesn't enhance the arena mode, is the biggest issue. Like, at least something like Tuesday class events, or faction events, I mean. Like, that's at least an improvement, or not necessarily improvement, but it's like a different way that you can kind of play a faction, because you have access to potions, you can get the 2x multiplier the entire time, you can get a lot more battles than your just standard daily 3. So there's a lot of mechanics to it that are more beneficial than just doing it normally. But an arena event does absolutely nothing to improve upon arena. It just tries to give a ever so slightly more incentive to do it without actually providing anything extra, gameplay-wise or anything-wise, other than a little bit of loot. And by a little bit, I mean a very little bit. Hey, gosh, our Mimic luck today. We found one in 3 minutes, then 10 minutes. We're making up for lost time on that 4-minute 30-second one, gosh. It was just hoarding all my luck together. We just went from like a 4.5 hour one to a 3-minute to a 10-minute. Which means it only took us 3 cycles after having just gotten a 1-cycle one. Alright, let me go improve the number. Mimic count 38. Oh wait, we don't know if it's a 5 times yet though. What if it's a 5 times? That's not a 5 times. Boo. Ooh, an Anu though, double Anu. That's nice to see. Oh, unfortunately no 5 times, but double Anu is not bad. Well, let's try again. To the beginning. Can we get this one even quicker? But yeah, within 15 minutes we got in 2 mimics. That's not too bad. Got to make up for lost time of how bad our previous RNG was. It was just holding our mimics for a big burst all at once. Yeah, dungeons earlier on in the game can be kind of annoying, but then you eventually reach the point where they die in one shot, and then they become way less annoying. Pet rescues are kind of the same way, except they're harder for a little bit longer. Like, prior to you having the capability to kill them, they're a little bit annoying, but then when you can, they, like, die instantly. The only ones that are normally a little bit of a threat being the last 3. So it's more so a time issue, more so than them being actually hard. Because more so their bulkiness that makes them annoying. Yeah, that's something I've always wanted. They actually ran an event way back when that only lasted for a couple weeks that never came back, even though they said they might rotate it around back here and there. But there was an epic arena where you could end up drafting hero weapon, because that used to exist at the time, with a rare, ultra rare, and epic, instead of what it was before, where it was a weapon with a common, rare, and ultra rare, if I'm not mistaken. However, that never came back. And I always, since then, wanted like a mythic version of that, where you could run, at least in the current state of the game, that would end up being hero weapon with an epic, legendary, and mythic as your options. Like, that'd be pretty cool, so people could try mythics they don't have and stuff like that. But I'm not sure why they haven't done that yet. It'd be a really good feature. It would also fix a really big issue with Arena, because they could make that mode cost a lot more to get in, but also make it the reward payout way better than normal Arena. And just have an epic Arena. That's hero weapon, epic, legend, mythic. That would also fix the issue of people that hate that they can't run weapon in Arena. Because if they did it that way, you'd be able to run weapon in Arena again. While still keeping the other Arena intact the way it is. Or, you know, where you can't run weapon at all. Oh, we didn't get a Mimic? How could we? Our luck is so bad. We didn't get 3 Mimics within 20 minutes. I thought this was our lucky hour. Hey, you're doing Guild Wars, you'll be back. I'll see you in about 15 minutes then. Or however long it takes. I don't know, Guild Wars can vary quite a bit. Like, it's possible to do Guild Wars in like 10 minutes. But it's also possible to do Guild Wars in an hour and a half. Or at least an hour. Like, it depends how you want to take your turns. Or if you want to build like a true hard counter every single team. Assuming the guild's even using a different battle each time. Because some guilds just use the same team or a very similar iteration of it 5 times over. Whereas other guilds, everyone will actually run something unique. Yeah, Dawnbringer was really funny broken in Arena because of 4 times barrier. It was basically like auto win the second you got it down. Its damage output was also insane because of boost ratio. And you could even like there was a point where like you wouldn't even draft a proper team. You were literally just draft a bunch of yellows to get boost ratio off of Dawnbringer. Because it was more relevant to build entirely into Dawnbringer than it was to even draft anything properly. Also 6 more hours till we get the Mythic. Which I think soon after the stream I might just go to bed and then just wake up then. Maybe not exactly then. 3 a.m. is pretty early. We'll wake up nice and early and cover it. Maybe not exactly 3 a.m. but sometime in the morning. There's not too much to cover though. The Mythic's kind of underwhelming. I still kind of want to show team builds with it and everything though. If nothing else, instead of going double Ketris, you can go it with the other one and get a little bit more stats. However, that stats won't make that big a difference. Yeah, you used to be able to run Arena pretty quick and consistently back when you could use Dawnbringer. Like, it was a pretty quick win. Like, you can still win Arena that quick, but you need a really good draft. Like, the consistency of winning that quick in Arena is way lower now. You're not going to eat before going to bed? No. I try not to eat before going to sleep. Like, if I do eat late at night, I try to stay up for at least a few more hours. So I don't just, like, eat and then instantly go to bed. I normally wait a little while. I already ate earlier today. I ate pretty much between every stream we've done today. Actually, I have 8 literally between every single stream we did. 8 before we did the first stream. I did 8 before we did the second stream. And then I ate right before I did this stream. So I've actually eaten, like, all 3 meals I've had today were exactly, well, you know, like right before the stream. Each of the streams. A cheesecake and cream? No. Cheesecake does sound pretty good though. You ate salads, right? No, I actually haven't been eating that many salads lately. Probably should be. Have not been eating as much salad lately. Which I think the last little bit actually went bad. Not like the whole thing, but there's a little bit left. I don't want to ruin all that ring fit. I find it kind of funny because one of the days we did Ring Fit, I think it was the second stream, like immediately after I had Taco Bell, which would have ruined like literally like all the Ring Fit we've done up to this point. It's so good though, those nacho fries things that they have. Here's a poll question. Have you rage quit Gems of War? I have never. I can't think of any game I've ever rage quit. Can't think of a single instance that has ever happened. Yes, we got into 2 times Mythic this stream. Not 3 yet. If we get another one soon, it will be 3. I'm not going to keep going until we get it, though. But I think we'll be able to get a 3rd. Just don't want to spend, like, hours trying to find it. Though, based on current luck, hopefully we'll get in this very next chest, because that'd be very convenient. Because we're on track to get 3 within an hour. Just need the 3rd to actually appear. You raged when you opened all your event keys to dig Iron Hawk. Yeah, it happens sometimes. That's one thing I've actually been pretty lucky with. Though it's mostly because we've always been ahead of the resource curve in the game. But I've actually been able to get every mythic that has ever released pretty much the week of release. The only exceptions are things like Horde Mimic and, you know, things that have a really weird way of obtaining it. And Zugoff took like a year. But like any of them that were in key drop table, I got either the day of or the week of. And normally if it was a week of, it's because I was on vacation or something similar. Normally it's the day of. Also, why on earth did I miss? The misclick. But I do hope they add more ways to get mythics into the future. Because it's starting to get increasingly hard to get all of them. It's definitely still possible for a new account to do it within like a year or 2. But it's definitely increasingly harder as every month goes by. Because obviously there's more mythics in the game. It's not any easier for the most part. Like there's some things, some updates that make it a bit easier. But not relative to the inflation of how much harder it's getting. By the fact of new mythics added every month. Though if they keep doing Vault Weekends like they have been, maybe that's not completely true. Because if they keep doing Vault Weekends like they have been lately, where we get like 1,000 of them per year, seemingly. But if we keep getting them like every like month or so, or sometimes even like 2 in a month, like that is a huge buff to overall resource gains. Would you like to help you in getting keys for the Mythic? With your gold, the gold what? Let's see. Oh, did I not do my gold donation to the guild? I was like trying to figure out what you meant by that for a second. I know exactly what you mean now. Did I actually not donate 2 million to the guild yet? I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I thought it was Dino for a second. I was like, wait. Like, I very misread it. Oh yeah, I didn't actually donate any yet. Whoops. Whoops. Let's see what we get. Random mythic. I should have waited till tomorrow. We could have actually pulled... obviously, we didn't end up getting one. And the chance of it happening so low. But we could have pulled a, the mythic. Because you actually can off of mythic tasks. The chance that it happens is near impossible. But it is possible. Because the chance that you're specifically going to hit the mythic on the week that it's, like, available like that. Because it's not exclusive through that drop table. It's still possible to get any mythic. Not just a new one. But it is possible to immediately off of a mythic task or the legendary task to actually get the new mythic from it. You shouldn't count on this because the chance of that happening is very exceedingly unlikely. Like maybe one guild in the entire game will do it on any given event, maybe even 0. Like the odds of it are just so low. But it's technically possible. During a week where the mythic is in the drop table, or, you know, the launch week of a mythic, it is actually possible to get it through a mythic or legendary task. Because I'm pretty sure it gets updated immediately to that drop table. I know it used to in the past, I'm pretty sure it still does. So here's where we get our third mimic, right? Because that would be 3 mimics within an hour then. Technically, even if we get in the next 10 minutes, it still would be because we were still doing Guild War at that time. No, not if we keep getting chests like that. Nearly the worst possible roll. You came close to rage quitting the pure faction. Yeah, level 500 pure factions without potions are really hard. Though you said Tuesday, so maybe that was with potions. That was one of the RNG based kingdoms though. Though with potions it shouldn't have been too bad. Ooh, you got a 9,500, nice. Because that's generally the goal you want to hit with a 5-0. Like if you can get a really good score with it, you normally want to hit around a 9,500 to a 9,650. That's when you get a really good score. Like anything within that range is really high. And normally what you want to aim for. But just some teams just aren't capable of doing it. And you risk, well, you give up some points in order to have a consistency of winning. Because there's a lot of teams that win at a lesser point value, but have a better chance of winning. For example, Tina 9000 this week. You're not going to get as many points if you use Tina 9000 this week. However, we have not lost a single time with Tina 9000 this week. So we're basically trading off the value of a little bit of points to make sure we don't lose at all. Because we've not even come close to losing with a double Tina 9000 team this week. However, every single one of them was only like the lower middle 9,000s. Whereas if we were using a different team, it might have been a little bit riskier, but we'd have a 9,500 or 9,600 chance. So it's a trade-off that you do sometimes. Potionless pure faction is pure dopamine though, true. I've only done it twice. Out of all 35, I've only done potionless twice. And the 2 of them were Crypt and Half Guardians. Crypt being pretty easy, Half Guardians being one of the hardest ones in the entire game. So we did an easier one and a really hard one. Crypt's one of the easiest few, but Half Guardian is one of the hardest few. So we did a mix of both. And by a mix of both, I mean one. One of both. One easy one, one hard one. Though Half Guardians is increasingly easier as time goes on. Though back when I did it, it was harder than what it is now. Because as stats go higher, well, technically all factions would be easier. That one's particularly easier because of how the attack boost ratio works there. So as you have higher attack, it's just easier to do. Because I believe that's 2 damage per attack value you have. Because if you have 1 additional attack on all 4 allies, it's 4 attack. And I'm pretty sure Gargoyle has 2-to-1 ratio. Is it 2-to-1 or 3-to-1? I actually forget. Or 4-to-1. I actually completely forgot what his boost ratio is. Why do I feel like it's 2-to-1 though? Pretty sure it is. I haven't used him in a while, so I actually forgot. I'm pretty sure it's 2-to-1. So 1 additional attack would technically be 2 attack. Because of 1 additional attack goes to all 4 units on your team. So every 1 attack is basically 4 attack. That's the case for all stats, of course. 1 of any stat is technically 4. When it comes to something that boost ratio is off your entire team. You lost track of how many you did potionless. I did a few enough where it's super easy to keep track, luckily. But I went the lazy route and kind of just potioned them all. It's not really the lazy route, it's the let's get it done quickly and easily route. Also, I think this next chest is going to be the last one we go for tonight. Definitely a bit more tired than normal right now. I think the issue this morning is I actually woke up too early. And by the time we do our nightly stream, I'm like exhausted. Dude, I'm pretty sure I woke up at like 5 or 6 a.m. Even though we didn't do the stream until around 9 or so. Yeah, I wonder if there's anyone who did all 35 potionless. I feel like someone out there would have. I would not advise doing such a thing though. But I'm pretty sure someone somewhere did all 35 potionless. Though as time goes on, it does become easier and easier to do it. But still would be quite an achievement to do all 35 potionless, even in the current state of the game. Some of them can really be cheesed based on a power gem in a given season, though. Like Lycanthropy was probably one of the most cheesable ones. But even something like the Wish Gem last season could be cheesed pretty well. Because you would likely take them better than the AI since they have to be destroyed. Bomb theoretically are kind of similar to that, though their value is just so bad. Because they're not actually mana accumulating that much for you, especially when you compare them to a Wish Gem. The amount of mana accumulation is so absurdly low. Because a Wish Gem was feeding anywhere from 1 to 8 units full mana. Either 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Whereas something like a bomb is going to net you like 5 mana. So you go from like a season where you could theoretically get like upwards of 100. What just happened to all the loot there? That's a visual glitch though. We basically went from a season where a single Wish Gem could in theory give like over 100 something mana if you count all 8 of the troops. Even if you just count your own team, that's still like what? 50, 60, 70 depending on what you have. We went from a season where we're talking like dozens, possibly even triple digit amount of overall mana accumulation, to this season where like 5 to 8 is like its average that's probably hitting. Oh yeah, Supernova, I did hear about that. That was pretty funny. I didn't see it live or anything. It was during that one reward show thingy, which I didn't bother watching. But I did hear about the thing. It was pretty funny. I mostly heard about it because of some memes. And it's like, oh yeah, that happened. But anyways, guys. I think we're going to call it here for now. We got 2 mimics. I'm happy with that. That's like twice as many mimics as I was expecting to get these days. Because we went really, really bad for a while there. And then we got lucky tonight, so that's not too bad. Oh yeah, what's the poll currently? I didn't even check. So how many Ironhawks do you have? The poll is at around 50-ish votes, which is actually pretty good. given that we just posted it like almost all the way at the end, so thank everyone for voting. But let's see, we have 0 for 18%, the 1 for 14%, or 1 has 14%. The one in the absolute lead, which is kind of interesting, is the optimal amount of Iron Hawks, which is 2, which is at 41%, and 3 plus is at 27%, which we would be in the 3 plus category as well. If I'm not mistaken, don't I have 4? Do I have 3 or 4? I don't remember. Let's see. Not like it matters. You don't need more than 3. Yeah, we have exactly 3. Any amount above 3 doesn't matter. 3 does, because there's a unique thing you could do with exactly 3. Though 4 or higher, there's no point, because there's no team. Like, you can't run 4 Ironhawk. There's no way you could build a team out of 4 Ironhawk, well, because, you know, it's 4 Ironhawk. It's not how it would work. Oh yeah, they're doing beta testing for the next patch already. I did see that on the forum. I didn't bother signing up, though. But yeah, that was up the other week. I believe it's ended by now, the signups for it. But I did see it. I just didn't bother signing up. I haven't done a beta for this game for like 2 years now or so. I might eventually do one again just for the fun of it. We'll have to see. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Don't forget the Mythic's coming out in, what, a little under 6 hours from now. We'll be covering it sometime tomorrow morning. And, of course, we'll be messing with it slightly on stream at some point tomorrow night. However, we're primarily going to be doing Guild Wars and then hunting for Mimics. Because the Mythic's not going to take too long to go over, mostly because it's a bit of below average. We're still going to show some teams for the video and stuff like that, though. And maybe mess with it a little bit further on stream. But it's basically a weaker Catches the Bull. Though if you didn't have Catches the Bull, I could see it being like ever so situationally okay. But it's basically just a weaker Guard's Avatar or a weaker Catches the Bull. I feel like Catches the Bull is more of a similar comparison. Though if you're looking for like a stat-related like AoE boost, it's more like that. However, the overall ratio is more like how Ketris works, so it does even less damage ratio than what Ketris does. It's just a really weird troop. I hope they tweak it some. It would be nice if it was actually like a viable alternative Ketris. But with how it is, it's just going to be basically useless. But we'll still go get it, go over it, and go from there. Anyways, guys, it's definitely very skippable, though, if you want to save on keys. Anyways, guys, best of luck if you're going to be trying for it tomorrow. I'll have a video up soon, and we'll go from there. Have a wonderful night, have a wonderful weekend, and catch you guys later. And don't forget, it is a Vault weekend this weekend as well, so definitely make sure to grind if you have the time. Great time to be getting any amount of loot and Gems of War. Best rates in the entire game. And it'll be available all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Anyways, guys, catch you later. Best of luck with everything.